A typical patient who comes here generally does not live in a city. She's usually from a small town, a small village, or just truly living in a rural area.
I want to be a little coy boy, little coy. You grind, you claws, you howl, you growl, and afraid of.
Often women will come partway by foot, and sometimes they come partway by public transportation, whether it's a moto or whether it's a tap-tap, a pickup truck that's filled with several people. Most of the women who come here don't have any formal employment.
Alors, une des bagages qui est avec cette minute, c'est que nous sommes un hôpital ouvert et nous sommes un hôpital fermé. En ce sens que malade doit venir.
So we will have women who will walk perhaps 2 or 3 hours from the mountains in the 4th section of Torbec. They will walk a few hours, get up before dawn, or some even have to come down the day before and then try and sleep somewhere closer to our clinic. Walk 3 or 4 hours, and then they can easily spend 2 or 3 hours in public transportation, get off that, and then walk another 1 to 2 hours to get to Maison de Naissance, depending on what their economic reality is. The ones who come nearly all the way by foot could be walking 8 hours to come. We have other women who choose to come to Maison de Naissance, and they can afford to come often by public moto taxi, and they will come from many come from Lake High, many come from the other side of Lake High, 45 minutes beyond. We have many who come from the west of us, as far away as Port Salut. And often those women again are choosing to come because of the quality of services. Every month we average about 65 deliveries. However, we have about 75 to 80 labor patients. We refer between 8 to 10% of our labor patients for reasons of complications beyond what a nurse midwife can manage. And we would love for our delivery rate to be higher. We wish that more women would come to deliver at MN. However, we know there are lots of barriers that prevent them from coming. We're off the beaten track, which means to get here, there's no cheap public transport to get here. Also, just the additional cost of coming at night and people not necessarily having an emergency plan available to them or a plan for how they will move once they're in labor inhibits people from coming. Sometimes women also tell us that they are not the main decision makers, and there could be a male partner in their home who doesn't feel that they need to go to the hospital to deliver. We've heard that cited as well. It's always hard to witness a woman who's actually having an eclamptic seizure. So I've seen 2 women here having those seizures and requiring stabilization and transfer.